All right, how's it going? This is Hugo Hayes here, and been saying that I was going to put out some videos on how I do some of my graphic design work. And first thing I want to show a lot of people is how to do these license plates. First off, what I normally do is I already have a frame that's pre-made here. And how I did it was I took a license plate blank and I kind of traced it out. And then I went to the copy machine and scanned it in. And then I came back and did an outline in CorelDRAW with this tool right here. I kind of give you an example right here. We'll click on it. Click on this box. And I'm kind of going to drag one right here. And I took this box. And let me get this out of here. You have an empty box. And what I did was I set the empty box up to size. License plates usually run about 6 by 12. You might want to go 6 3/4 because if you're doing sublimation on these license plates, you want to kind of overlap it to where you have some extra space. So basically what I did was I took a box and right up here you have the curve tool. And the curve tool, you can either have a rounded edge or an indented edge, or you can have a straight edge on the side. And you go right here, and if you click on it, it's going to change the curve. And if you keep clicking on it, click on it, it's going to change and it's going to round it out. So basically that's what I did. Took it and I rounded it out, and I made a box. Once you have it sized up to the size of a license plate, also the round holes, I did the same thing. When I scanned it in, had a picture of it, and I took the box, lined everything up, and where the holes at, I just made couple of small holes like this, and did the same thing. I'll take it and round it off. So that way when you're doing an image or a design, it'll show you exactly if you have some lettering, and you don't want the lettering to get cut off in the design, so you kind of want that in there. So once I did that, then I just started doing my design. So I'm gonna delete these, get these out the way, and kind of bear with me. This is my first video I'm out there, but it's gonna get better with time. I'll delete that. So now I have a framework in place. The first thing you want to do before you get started is you want to go to Tools and open up your Object Manager. And what that does is it works similar to your Photoshop, because actually what I'm going to do with this file is this is one of the easiest ways to get it started, because certain things I can do in here and then I can move it over into a Photoshop file, and then I can add other graphics and everything in there as I'm doing it. So right here I have my plate holes, which are already separated, and I have my layer 1. I'll click on that there, and this layer 1 right here. Let me put this, kind of want to work, kind of label whatever you're doing so you won't lose track of everything. I'll just put this as frame. Alright, now let's save that. So next step I'll do is I want to do a background on this. So I'm going to take this and I want to kind of make any type of background. And what I do for backgrounds is I have a file. You can go to like different places online and just look up backgrounds. You get free backgrounds or free wallpapers that can be used for free. And what I normally do is I go in and I'll get a background. And you want to take the background like this. I'll go here to my file where I have my backgrounds, and I'll click import, and I'll go down to where I have all my background files. And you can pick, kind of search around, pick. You can make your own. You can use the gradient tool in Corel and in Photoshop, and you can make your own backgrounds and just put it in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go. Let me find my file. Go in here. That's another thing. I got files everywhere with all kind of stuff in it. Alright. Go down here. Here we go. Then I got a couple of computers too with different things set up. So go here, and I'm gonna scroll down. Wait a minute, get out of this one. Here it is, right here, wallpapers. Alright, here I got all types of wallpapers. I'm gonna say, let's say you want to do something that's gonna kind of give you an idea of what's going on. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna import it in here. So now what I do from here is I'm gonna open it up and make it to the size of where I want to put it. So now that I got it sized up, I want to put it inside of this frame right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click in effects, go down to power clip, and you want to place it inside a frame. So I'm gonna click on this. I'm gonna point the arrow. Let's see here. There we go. Click on this and then go to power clip. Click on it and click it in here. Now what it did was it just dropped it down inside of there. So I want to go back because I want to move it up. So go here, go to power clip again, and click edit. So now I can move it along and put it where I want it. Go back to effects, click on power clip again, finish editing. Now there you have it. So now you see your plate holes, which are right here, and then you have everything else. So now I'm gonna go here to Object Manager, and if you click down here, you're gonna see New Layer. Click on New Layer, and what it's gonna do is create you one. You can name it. I'll put picture just for demonstration purposes. All right. So click on that. Now that's ready to go. Now what I'm gonna do is when you bring pictures in, you kind of want to try to find pictures with no background. So you want to take it and use no background for it. So that way you'll be able to have it with no background, meaning that you don't have the white around it. Because when you're overlapping pictures, you're building some of these things up with layers, and you don't want that because you have to go through a process of cutting. Sometimes you might have to cut some things, and get the background taken out. But other than that, if you can find a PNG file or create your own PNG file of whatever you want, then that's fine. So go here in my file again. And I'm going to import. Go back here. And I already have files set up with PNG. So I got all type of different things. And later on I'll show you where you can find a lot of these things for free. So let's see. I'm gonna use a Devil Girl. Put her right in there. Alright, I'm gonna import her. Click, put her in there, and there you have it. Go right here. Expand it out to size from where you want it. probably, when I get it in Photoshop, I'll probably change this color around, kind of do something that's going to go along with it. But this is just kind of a sample of what you can do. Alright, that's ready to go. So now I'm going to take this file and I'm going to save it. Go to file, because I'm going to export it into Photoshop to where I can play with it and do some more designing to it. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to call it, put it on my desktop, and I'm going to call it Devil Girl. Alright, export. Alright, you want to make sure in here, I'm going to change this to RGB color. And later on, like a lot of the stuff I'm doing, I'll be describing, later on in the video on how to do it. But for right now, I'm kind of clicking through and explaining it. But you want to change this to 24-bit RGB color. Make sure your layers, maintain layers, transparent background or everything before you send it off. And click OK. And now it's ready to go. So now I'm going to get out of this. And I'm going to pull it up. And I'm going to open it in here. I'll go to my desktop where I saved it. Yeah, one thing I'll definitely do is, in the midst of this, I'll be cleaning up my desktop so I can get the stuff quicker and videos that are up and coming. Alright, I'm going to open it up in here. Give it a minute. There we have it. So now in here, and then another thing about in Photoshop, you got a lot more sharper image in here. And one thing I want to remind you, after this all said and done and you run to print this thing to apply it on a license plate or what have you, you want to click out the plate holes. See, the plate holes are just here, just an example. So now, have some fun with it. Now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to show you another thing. Once you have a base background, you can go in and add more layers. Like I go here to frame and I can go and place another layer in here. And what I do here is I go back here to my license plates right here. This one, go back one right here, and I got my license plate backgrounds that I already have made up, and I have a bunch of them that's done. And see, I have files with different colors: red, blue, green, pink, whatever. So I take this one. It's alright. They pretty much, I took a lot of time. And see, I'll be showing you how to build a collection of these things later on down the line. But I'm gonna take this. Like this one, it's pretty cool. And there you have it. You place it, size it up. There. Once it's placed, click on it. And there you have it. I got an optional background. So now, we use that background, turn it on. You can alternate these things. Once you build a file, say I can go here, I can go there, and do pretty much whatever I want. So now, do a little pattern. Say first I'm going to take the picture and I want to kind of highlight this. So I'm going to go to layer style, outer glow. Give our outer glow. Move this over so you can kind of see what's going on. And it's white, that's fine. Screen, that's fine. Change the size of it a little bit. Kind of highlight it. So there you got the highlight. Click OK. Kind of give it a background. Then I think I'm going to go in here and do another layer style and create a drop shadow. Now I want to know if you have any questions about these processes and things. I want to upload this on YouTube as well, and also on my Facebook page. And then if you got questions on the different steps, I'll be glad to give you a little bit more information on the different processes to kind of do a breakdown on that. So this is a drop shadow. It's 30 degrees, so I'm gonna kind of slide it, put the distance, and as you see right here, the drop shadow is moving, sliding down, so you can kind of pull it back, and size to kind of give it a little foggy appearance, so kind of give you depth in your plate. Okay, so now I have that. So now I want to do, so I'm gonna go right down here to plate holes, and I'm gonna have a little fun with this just for the start. I'm gonna take this, and I have another thing that we'll be discussing, brushes. And I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna add another layer. And I like to name my layers as I go. I'm gonna name this flames. So that way I got that, and I'm gonna go down here to this little tool here, the brush tool. And in the brush tool, I have different types of effects that are in the brush tools that I can use to kind of give a really wispy creation of different things. So I'm gonna go right here to my flames, and I'm gonna start with the yellow. We'll do the bright yellow flames first, and kind of go here. And right here, when you click on this icon, this is your pad that opens up your dialog for your brush tool, and you want to make it larger or smaller, you can kind of click on it right here. I just want to kind of make these kind of wicked here, a good size. All right, there you go. I don't like this one here. Well, let's see. I'll undo that. Undo brush stroke and make it a little bigger. That way, kind of, yeah. There we go. Get rid of this. Kind of move that along. And I can go here, change it, put a little red in there. And this I'm going to take right here, and I'm going to flip it to where it's opposite. Flip this way. So it's the opposite direction of what I got going on. So that way it gives you a graphic effect with the flames in. So now I've done that. We'll go here again and make another layer. And this layer is going to be my text layer. So right here, my text layer, I'm going to type in "too hot to handle." Let's see, too hot. And enter. There. All right. Got that in there. Kind of move it around. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna hit text again because I want to change the color. So I'll go here. I'm gonna make this black, and I'm gonna go here to edit, free transform. You know, for the longest time when I first started doing Photoshop, I didn't know how to size up this because I was started with Corel first. And when I had to learn this process of how to size things up, and when I found it, it's right here. It's called the free transform. You click on that, and it gives you a sizing box that you can use to move your stuff around. And after that, you double click on it. There you have your fonts. So now we'll take it, and I want to kind of outline it a little bit. So I'm gonna go to layer style again, and I'm gonna go to the stroke, and I'm gonna give it a white stroke. Kind of size it a little bit. Click OK, and right here, pull this over here to the side, and I'm gonna size it. There you have it. And I'm gonna go back and layer style again and give it a nice drop shadow. Yeah, I like drop shadows. See, you know, it's just gives a good depth of what you're doing. Size it to fog it out. There you go. I see in my text here. Go back in my text and change that to a capital H. There. So, pretty much there you have it. Now this was just a quick sample how to, and you can kind of see. Let me show you an example of what I mean by the plate holes. See in the left where the 2 hot to handle is? Well, the 2 up here, you see it's cut off. So that would, once you print this, it would have this cut off, and it would make your lettering look good. Sometimes you can get away, like if it's right here, it's no problem. You know, a person would know that it's a T. But having it up too high and it's too cut off, it's kind of throws. And then on top of that, a lot of people like to get the license plate frames, and usually you want to keep this area of wording right here. See, like right here, I can move this over to accommodate that frame, because usually if somebody puts a frame or something, they'll come right there. So you got to be aware of that. But this is pretty much a sample of how it goes, and you can apply this to just about anything, not just license plates, for anything that's metal. They got ceramics, you know, different sizes of signs, you know, whatever. And I'll be adding more in the months to come, in the weeks and months to follow, as far as on this, because you know I've been doing this for quite some time, and I want to give some of this stuff back. And you know, I'm gonna set up some tutorials that you know you can get with me with online, and it's all sorts of things that I'll be able to provide. You know, some very good information that you can use for not only this but a lot of things in graphic design. So all right, I'll be getting back with you soon. Hugo Hayes, and I hope this works for you. Enjoy.